Okay, so I hope you are all well at home. आप लोग सही होंगे घर पे। तो हम लोग एक्चुअली लास्ट क्लास थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन देखा था और ऑपरेशंस रिसर्च क्या है और कहाँ पे यूज होता है। हमने बताया था कि इसका यूज जनरली किस में होता है, ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करने के लिए। सो इट इज़ यूज्ड फॉर ऑप्टिमाइजेशन पर्पसेस। So, in this class, today we will start one new topic, that is linear programming problems. Linear programming इसमें एक मेथड है, ठीक। देर आर मेनी मेथड्स इन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन का बहुत सारा मेथड्स है, like as I have mentioned there are so many methods. So one of them is, and the most common is, linear programming method. So what is that linear programming method we will discuss today. So what uh, I'll take one example, okay, and we will, with this example we will try to understand. So this is a example from the book which I have shared to you. So I think you have access to that book. So you can see, you can even you can go through that book also. That is very simple to understand. So whatever I will be teaching, that is okay. Along with that, you can also go through the book. Okay. So I'm taking the first example of that book from the linear programming. Once I will solve this, after that I'll explain everything about the linear programming. Mainly in operations research, you will be facing numerical problems only. Okay, maximum are generally numerical problems. So that's why I'm starting with a numerical problem. I'll after while solving, I'll explain everything, all the details of what is linear programming, where it is used, you know, so all those things we will discuss. So let us see this example. A firm produces three products. Okay, so they are producing product 1, product 2, a table is also given, product 3. These products are processed on three different machines: machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, M1, M2, M3. The time required to manufacture 1 unit of each of the three products, and the daily capacity of three machines are given in the table. That means product 1 is to be produced on three machines. Let's suppose this machine is lathe machine, this is milling machine, and this is drilling machine. Let's consider it. Maybe this one is lathe, and this is milling, and this is drilling. Okay, so like this product, the product 1, this product 1 is taking 2 minutes on lathe 1, 4 minutes on milling, and 2 minutes on drilling machine. So this much time this product is taking. Now another product is there which does not take any time on milling, means milling machine is not used, only lathe and drilling is used. On lathe it is taking 3 minutes, on drilling it is taking 5 minutes. Product 3 is taking 2 minutes on lathe and on milling 3 minutes, but drilling machine is not used. Okay, now there is another term, another data is given, that this lathe machine has a capacity that in a day it can only work for 40 minutes, not more than that. After that it has to take rest, or you can say for other the operator is not available. Means the who will operate this lathe machine, he will be only available for this much minute. Similarly, on the milling, it will be available for 470 minutes. On drilling, it will be for 30 minutes. Okay, so these are the constraints. Now it is told it is required to determine the daily number of units to be manufactured for each product. Okay, we require ki how many products 1 are made, how many products 2 are made, and how many products 3 are made in a day. Profit is given that for product 2 and 3 are this much rupees. Okay, it is assumed that all the amounts produced are consumed in the market. So formulate a model, mathematical model, that will maximize the daily profit. So we have to maximize the profit. That is what I told. What is operations research? It is a maximization, optimization. Optimization means what? Optimization means either maximization of profit or minimization of cost. Generally this is known as optimization. So how we will solve? See, the in operations research the point is कि आपको सब कुछ जो है ना मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म में नहीं मिलेगा. You will not get everything in mathematical form. When you will go in industries, obviously industry will not be having the problems which is in mathematical form. You have to make it into mathematical form. So in operations research or in any kind of problems, first step is to formulate a mathematical model. To formulate a mathematical model. So these are the datas. From these data you have to formulate a mathematical model, because once the mathematical model is formed, after that you can use different techniques and solve that problem. Okay, तो पहला चीज है आपको समझना, ये प्रॉब्लम्स को समझना. दिस विल बी लेंदी प्रॉब्लम्स गिवन. जब भी आपको दिया जाएगा तो ऐसा ही लेंदी प्रॉब्लम्स दिया जाएगा. अब क्या है, उसको समझ करके उसको पहले तो मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना है. आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू सॉल्व. ओके, तो सबसे पहले हम लोग सीखेंगे दैट हाउ इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म. So here it is told it is required to determine the daily number of units to be manufactured for each product. So let us suppose let A is the number of units manufactured like to be manufactured for product A. Product 1, no? Okay. B is number of units to be manufactured for product 2. Similarly, C is the number of units to be manufactured for product 3. So A, B, C. B have assumed. Okay, now he is asking if A is the number of units to be now we have to decide like what is to be optimized. Maximize क्या करना है? Have to maximize daily profit. So daily profit, how we will calculate? So we have to maximize. What we have to maximize? We have to maximize daily profit. So how much is the profit? Let's suppose Z is the profit. Okay, so Z is equal to see product 1, what is the profit of manufacturing product 1 is 4 rupees. So for 1 unit 4 rupees. So how many units you are producing? A units are you are producing for product 1, right? So what we have to do, we have to write, so the profit will be 4 into A. For product 2, how much is the profit? 3 rupees. So total profit 3B. So we will write 3B and both will be added. Total profit, we have to say maximize profit. Okay, total profit actually. So maximize total profit, Z is equal to 4A plus 3B. And for how much profit we are getting by producing product C, product 3, that is 6. So 6C. So this is the 4A plus 3B plus 6C we have to maximize, right? तो ये हमारा मिल गया कि we have to do this one. Okay, now there are some constraints. बताया ना कि you cannot maximize indefinitely. It is not possible कि, because see, if you want to maximize this 4A plus 3B plus 6C, so how you will maximize? So there is one way that A, B and C, you just go on increasing, Z will be increasing, there is no problem in it. As you will increase A, B and C, Z will increase, clear? But the point is, you cannot increase in an unrestricted way. A, if you increase, if A is increased, B is increased and C is increased, that will increase Z. But there is a limitations. How much you can increase A, B and C? So that limitation is decided by these factors. Right? These are the limitations. So let us see and relate these terms with A, B, C, how we can relate. So look at this. Product 1 is taking 2 minutes on lathe 1, right? And lathe has capacity 440 minutes. So tell me, in a day, how much lathe 1 is working, how much minutes it is working. So let's suppose if A is the number of product 1, okay, total A units are produced and each unit is taking 2 minutes, so total time taken by product 1 on lathe is 2A, by product 2 on lathe is how much? That is 3B, and plus on product 3, the total time taken by product 3 on lathe will be 2C. Okay, this is the total time taken by so just write here total time. हाँ, यही मैं लिख दे रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, ठीक है? टोटल टाइम टेकन बाय प्रोडक्ट 1 ऑन लेथ, सॉरी M1, ठीक है? We have just assumed length, so that is the total time taken. Okay, similarly total time taken by product 2, oh sorry, not product, oh product 1, 2 and 3 all, no? Yes, so total time taken by product 1, product 2 and product 3 on machine 1. Similarly total time taken by product 1, 2 and 3 on M2 कितना हो गया? तो आप यहाँ देखो, this is 4, so 4 into A plus 3 into C, yeah, 4A plus 3C. Similarly, total time taken by product 1, 2 and 3 on M3 is equal to how much? 2A plus 5B. Okay. Now it is told that lathe cannot, M1 cannot work more than 440 minutes. It is written here that lathe M1 cannot work more than 440 minutes. That means this should be less than equal to 440. It should be less than 440. Similarly, it is told that milling machine cannot work more than 470 in a day. So this should be less than 470. Similarly, it is told that drilling machine cannot work for more than 430 minutes. So it is less than 430. Right? Okay, so now these are the conditions. Condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. Means you cannot increase A, B and C indefinitely. Right? It has some limitations. That limitations are given like this one. So now the restriction has been given. So based on that, you have to what is the value of A, B and C. So this is the formulation of mathematical formulation of the problem which is given above. Okay, one more point is that you see A, B and C should be greater than equal to 0. That means you cannot produce negative units. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता ना कि आपने -5 प्रोडक्ट्स बनाए, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता. So it should be greater than 0. So this is also a restriction. You cannot go in a negative side. So this is complete formulation of the problem. So let me write that. So अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इसको लिखते हैं. ठीक है. So how to write? So let so the mathematical formulation is of the problem. So how you are going to write in the basically in the examination, that is let A is number of units to be manufactured of product 1. B is the number of units to be manufactured of product 2. C is the number of units manufactured for the product 3. ABC, instead of that you can use X by Z, there is no problem in it. Now here you will be writing ki, this is okay. After that you will write, so B need to maximize total profit Z, that is equal to, how much is that, 4A plus 3B plus 6C. 4A plus 3B plus 6C. Okay, subjected to some constraints are there. What are the constraints? Subjected to 2A plus 3B plus 2C less than 2A plus 3B plus 2C less than 440, and 4A plus 3C less than 470, 4A plus 3C less than 470, and 2a plus 5b less than 430, 2a plus 5b less than equal to 530, and a comma b and c greater than equal to 0. So this is the complete formulation. Now some of the terms we have to understand. See, we have formulated the problem. Now it is like problem is half solved. Once the problem came into mathematical form, the problem is half solved. Only point is now you have to use any technique and solve this problem. Okay, so let us see some terms we have to understand. See, these are known as decision variables. These are known as decision variables. Okay, decision variables means this is going to be decided. हमको decide क्या करना है? We have to come to conclusion that how many A, how many B and how many C. That we have to come to the decision. Like we have to take decision about A, B, C. A how much, B how much and C how much. So that's why they are known as decision variables. This is known as objective function. This is known as objective function. Okay, objective क्या है? To maximize. What is our objective? Objective is to maximize. Maximize what? Profit. Profit 4a plus 3b plus 6c. This is the profit function, or you can say objective. Okay, so objective function is, objective is to maximize. So that is the objective function. And these are constraints. Constraints. These are known as constraints. And this is also a constraint, but it is another type of constraint which is known as non-negativity constraint. Okay, so 4 terms we have seen here. One is decision variable, one is objective function, constraints and non-negativity constraint. Decision variable, which is to be decided. Decision variable means which is to be decided. Okay, objective function means what objective. Constraints means what are the restrictions, and non-negative constraints, both are same thing. तो जब भी आपको प्रॉब्लम दिया जाएगा तो सबसे पहले आपको ये डिसाइड करना है कि व्हाट आर द डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स. फाइंड आउट द डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स. मतलब किसको आपको डिसाइड करना है, मतलब कौन सा वेरिएबल्स है जिसका वैल्यू आपको निकालना है. दैट इज द मेन थिंग. वंस डिसीजन वेरिएबल इज फाउंड आउट, पता चल गया आपको कि क्या क्या डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स होंगे, तो ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन डिसाइड करना बहुत आसान है. जो भी मैक्सिमाइज या मिनिमाइज करना होगा दैट विल बी द ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन. एक बार ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन हो गया, आफ्टर दैट वी हैव टू सी दैट व्हाट आर द कंस्ट्रेंट्स. रिस्ट्रिक्शन क्या क्या है उनको आपको मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म में लिखने हैं. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से ये पूरा मैथमेटिकल फॉर्मुलेशन तैयार हो जाता. अब क्वेश्चन उठता है कि लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग इसको क्यों बोलते हैं. Why it is known as a linear programming problem. कैसे हम लोग पता करेंगे कि ये लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम है. कोई और प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, नॉन लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग हो सकता है. तो हाउ वी विल डिसाइड दैट दिस प्रॉब्लम विच हैज बीन गिवन इज ए लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम. तो सबसे आसान, बहुत आसान है. आपको देखना है इन दो चीजों को, ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन एंड कंस्ट्रेंट्स, ये दोनों पे को देखना है. ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन देखिए आप, दिस इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन. ये एक लीनियर फंक्शन है. ठीक है, फंक्शन ऑफ व्हाट? डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स. ओके, तो ये आपको चेक करना है कि ये लीनियर फंक्शन है कि नहीं. लीनियर फंक्शन ऑफ डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स. इफ द ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन इज अ लीनियर फंक्शन ऑफ decision variable, then it is known as linear programming. along with that we have to also see that the constraints also should be linear functions, either linear inequalities or linear equations. अब ये linear equation linear function है क्या? So let us see that linear function. तो ओके, सबसे पहले हम लिख लेते हैं कि a linear programming problem, sorry LPP, linear programming problem. आप किसको बोलोगे? A linear programming problem has what? First, objective function is a linear function of decision variables. This has to be there. Second, constraints are either linear inequalities or linear equations. There should be either linear inequalities or linear equations of what? Of decision variables, right? तो ये दो चीज होना चाहिए, तभी आप उसको बोलोगे कि ये LPP का प्रॉब्लम है, लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम। अब ये लीनियर फंक्शन क्या होता है, लेट अस सी दैट। लीनियर फंक्शन, सो लीनियर फंक्शन कैसे आप पता करोगे? z इज इक्वल टू जो यहाँ पे है 4a + 3b + 4c, 4a + 3b + 6c। ओके, तो हाउ यू से दैट इट इज ए लीनियर फंक्शन? कोई बता सकता है लीनियर फंक्शन कैसे है? एनीवन? क्या इक्वेशन? सी लीनियर फंक्शन मीन्स वेरिएबल जो होगा, यहाँ पे वेरिएबल्स कौन कौन सा है? ए बी सी। तो इसका जो होगा दैट विल बी ऑलवेज 1, मतलब a to the power 1, b to the power 1, c to the power 1, और इट में भी 0 ऑल्सो, आइदर 0 और 1। ठीक है, तो इफ द एक्सपोनेंट इज आइदर 0 और 1, दैट इज नोन एज linear function. Exponent is either 0 or 1, then it is known as linear function. Let's suppose if the function is given 4a square plus 3b, then it is not a linear function, right? This is not a linear function. Or it may be given 4a plus 3b plus 4 root under c. So it is not having an exponent. C is not having all exponents. You just write exponents are 0, either 0 or 1, then it is linear function. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि this is not a linear function. तो ये याद रखना है, ठीक है? linear function मतलब either 0 और 1. यहाँ पे क्या है? c का एक्सपोनेंट क्या है? c to the power 0, yes, c to the power 0, and there is a multiplication with 0 actually. तो आप ऐसा लिख सकते हो, isn't it? 0 into c to the power 0, that is the thing written, right? So either 0 or it may be like, let's suppose z is equal to 4a plus 3b plus 5 ऐसा है. So a linear function because here the c to the power 0, this one is c to the power 0 actually, right? तो ये हमको लीनियर फंक्शन हो. अब लीनियर इक्वेशन किसको बोलेंगे? तो लीनियर इक्वेशन बोलेंगे, लेट सपोज इट इज रिटन 4a plus 3b plus 6 इज इक्वल टू 10. अब ये क्या है? तो ये लीनियर इक्वेशन हो गया, मतलब 4a plus 3b is equal to 4 basically it is. तो this is a linear equation, right? तो ये क्या हो गया? लीनियर इक्वेशन हो गया. इक्वेशन मतलब जो भी जो फंक्शन है, वेरिएबल्स है, वेरिएबल्स का जो एक्सपोनेंट होगा दैट विल बी आइदर 0 और 1. इनइक्वालिटीज किसको बोलते हैं? इनइक्वालिटीज, व्हाट इज दैट? So 4a plus 3b is less than 5. 4a plus 3b is greater than 2. ये सब क्या है? 4a plus 3b is less than equal to 5. 4a plus 3b is greater than equal to 6. तो ये सब क्या है? लीनियर इनइक्वालिटीज हैं. इनइक्वालिटीज मतलब इक्वल नहीं है, आइदर लेस देन है, ग्रेटर देन है, समथिंग लाइक दैट, राइट? So this is known as linear inequalities, right? तो equations, inequalities, function आपको समझ में आ गया किसको बोलते हैं. तो बोला गया कि LPP, what is LPP? So objective function will be a linear function. ये function होगा and the constants will be either linear inequalities or linear equations. तो आसानी से आप समझ में आ गए, सारे टर्म्स आपको समझ में आ गए. डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स किनको बोलते हैं, ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन किनको बोलते हैं, कंस्ट्रेंट्स किनको बोलते हैं, नॉन नेगेटिव कंस्ट्रेंट किनको बोलते हैं. फिर लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम का डिफिनीशन समझ में आ गया, किसको बोलेंगे, व्हाट इज द लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम. फिर हमने समझा कि लीनियर फंक्शंस क्या है, लीनियर इक्वेशंस क्या है, लीनियर इनइक्वालिटीज क्या है. अब पॉइंट है कि इसको सॉल्व कैसे करोगे, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व दिस. तो ये अभी मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, ठीक है? आपके पास एक आइडियाज, आप लोग जानते भी हो वो मेथड, दैट इज वेरी सिंपल मेथड, दैट इज ग्राफिकल मेथड. आप लोगों ने सॉल्व भी किया है, ठीक है? ग्राफिकल मेथड जिसमें आप लेट सपोज ये मैक्सिमाइज करना है, मैक्सिमाइज z इज इक्वल टू 3a plus b subjected to 2a plus 3b is less than equal to 5 and 6 and a plus 4b is less than equal to maybe 8, okay, and ab is greater than 0. This is the question given. How you will be solving this problem? Okay, so हाँ, ए बी को आपको निकालना है, मैक्सिमाइज करना है जेड को, मतलब जेड का मैक्सिमम वैल्यू कितना होगा. तो आप लोग को पता होगा कैसे हम लोग सॉल्व किए करते हैं, ठीक है? ग्राफिकल मेथड्स के थ्रू. यहाँ पे आप ए रखोगे, यहाँ पे बी रखते हो, यहाँ पे आप 1 2 3 4 5 6 समथिंग लाइक दैट, यू विल गो ऑन 7 8. इधर आप जाते हो 1 2 3 एंड 4. ओके, तो पहला है जो कंस्ट्रेंट्स होते हैं उनको पहले आप ड्रॉ करते हो. 2a plus 3b इज इक्वल टू 6, लेस देन इक्वल टू 6, मतलब अगर आप इसका लाइन ड्रॉ करोगे तो कहाँ पे होगा, तो a इज इक्वल टू 3 एंड b इज इक्वल टू 2. सो दिस इज द लाइन. ओके, थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे होगा. फिर है a plus 4b, तो a इज इक्वल टू 8 एंड b इज इक्वल टू 4, b इज इक्वल टू, सो दिस इज द लाइन. ओके, तो ये हो गया. अब बोल रहा है कि लेस देन मतलब दिस साइड वाला रीजन, दैट साइड, एंड दिस इज आल्सो लेस देन, सो दिस साइड रीजन. आई एम नॉट टेकिंग negative a and negative b because it is written this one is greater than, that means it will be, so which one is the common region, so this is the common region, So among this common region, what are the corner points? So this is one corner, this is another, and this is another. This is how much? This is 2 0, sorry 0 2. This is 0 0, and this is 3 0. Now put these three values in this value and you find the z value, right? So z is equal to, for 0 0 it is 0, for 0 0 z is equal to 0, for 3 0 how much is z? So 9. For 0 2 how much is z? That is 4. So z is maximum for this value, that means a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 0. This is the answer. Okay, so this is how you have already solved in 11 12 or maybe before that, how to solve the like this kind of problems in previous. So same problem is here also, this one. This is also the same problem. Maximize z is equal to this, subjected to these constraints. But the point is here you have three variables. देखो आपके पास दो वेरिएबल्स है तो आप ग्राफिकल मेथड से आसानी से सॉल्व कर सकते हो, बिकॉज ए यहाँ पे पुट करोगे, बी यहाँ पे. अगर थ्री वेरिएबल तो क्या करोगे, तीसरा एक्सिस ही नहीं है आपके पास, दो ही एक्सिस मिलेगा ना, प्लेन पे तो दो ही एक्सिस मिलने वाला. सो थ्री वेरिएबल्स इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू सॉल्व through graphical method. So three variables, for that we use different methods. The most popular method is simplex method. Simplex method. Okay, तो यही मेथड है. तो अभी हम लोग सबसे पहले ये जो मेथड है, these are having some steps, आप आसानी से सॉल्व कर लोगे. बट पॉइंट इज कि सबसे पहले तो ये फॉर्मुलेट करना, दिस मैथमेटिकल फॉर्मुलेशन इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट और मोस्ट क्रूशियल पार्ट इट इज. अगर आपने इसमें गलत किया टू फॉर्मुलेट दिस पार्ट, व्हाट इज टू बी मैक्सिमाइज्ड, व्हाट आर द कंस्ट्रेंट, तब फिर आपका पूरा का प्रॉब्लम ही गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, राइट. तो इसलिए आप सबसे पहले हम लोग यही सीखेंगे कि हाउ टू फॉर्मुलेट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. सो एक मिनट. So let me see some of the see which book I have shared. They have a lot of problems, like solved problems. So you can try those problems, right? In the next class I will also go for one or two problems. अब इनका यूज कहाँ कहाँ होता है, लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग मेथड का यूज कहाँ पे करते हैं वो सब मैं बाद में बताऊँ. अभी आप लोग पहले लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग को समझ लो कि होता क्या है लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग, ताकि नेक्स्ट you can easily understand where is the use of this method. So first of all, understand the method itself. Once you understand the method, you will automatically understand where is the use of this method. See, these are the applications of linear programming, area of applications of linear programming. So industrial applications are there. So these are all described. I will describe that later. But this is the problem which we have solved today. Okay, next problem, if you see, okay, this is a diet problem. So this is also similar kind of problem, blending problem. So just go through different types of problems, it is solved, and this is your home, like you can go for, you can solve these problems. Tomorrow is the class at the same time, so we will also solve some of the problems. But if you can go through by yourself, that will be much better. You will understand in the class, like your understanding will be much better in the class. So that's why. Page number, it's actually chapter number 1, all the examples. No, not chapter number 1, it's a chapter number 2. So page number, I think 48, 47, around that, all the problems are given. So just to go through these problems, one question I am giving you in the assignment, in the quiz. So please solve that and submit that assignment, submit that quiz for today. So there are different types of problems. See how much lengthy it is. As you can observe this question, if you just start reading, by the time you will reach here, you will forget what is there in the beginning. So it's very important to understand the like formulation, how it is done. First of all, you have to decide what decision variables, what are the decision variables, वो सबसे पहले आपको डिसाइड करना होता है. तो पहले यहाँ से खोजना होता है कि डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स कौन सा है. तो यहाँ पे आपको देखिए, द डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स आर गिवन x1, x2, x3, दैट इज नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स. तो प्रोडक्ट मिक्स प्रॉब्लम मैंने अभी बताया है, जो मैंने प्रॉब्लम बताया ना, वो प्रोडक्ट मिक्स प्रॉब्लम है. तो इसी तरह से डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स आपको दिखेगा. तो हम लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास में और भी तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स देखेंगे. प्रोडक्ट मिक्स प्रॉब्लम वी हैव सीन टुडे. नेक्स्ट क्लास वी विल सी अनदर टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम. ओके, सो डिसीजन वेरिएबल एक बार आपको पता चल गया, आप सीधा ऑब्जेक्टिव पे आ जाओ. व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन, मैक्सिमाइज और मिनिमाइज क्या करना है. तो में आ गया हम लोग. once objective is found, after that we will go for constraints. So the constraints are, these are the constraints. Okay, so ये चीजें आपको पढ़नी है. after that the non-negative constraints are there. तो ये this is the complete formulation. एक बार ये बन गया, उसके बाद आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया. नाउ यूज द सिंप्लेक्स मेथड और ग्राफिकल मेथड, और कोई और मेथड है तो वो आप देख लो, और उससे आप आसानी से सॉल्व कर सकते हो. ठीक है, तो आज हम लोग यहीं पर स्टॉप करेंगे. अगर किन्हीं को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, समथिंग यू कुड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड, यू कैन आस्क मी नाउ. I'll share that in one. Okay, if you have already taken notes, that is good. If you have not taken, then I'll share that. ठीक है, तो हम लोग अभी स्टॉप करते हैं. और actually still my health is not good, so maybe my voice is little bit low, and I am slow little bit, so just excuse me for that. ठीक है, तो आई थिंक कहीं दिक्कत नहीं हुआ होगा. अगर दिक्कत हुआ है समझने में तो आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं कभी भी. ठीक है, ओके, बाय, हैव अ गुड डे.